We are looking at a roguelike shooter where you're stuck in a zombie apocalypse and you have unlimited lives through this Reincarnation Insurance Program. That means that each time you die, you just respawn and try again. This is not exactly new, but what makes it interesting is that it mixes the whole vampire survivor style gameplay with actual loot hunting like you'd find in games like Diablo. You are running around shooting hordes of zombies while picking up gear and making yourself stronger, both during the run and permanently between runs. You pick one of 5 different agents to play as. Each one has their own weapon type and style. There's an SMG character, a shotgun character, and others with different loadouts. Once you're in, you're basically fighting off constant waves of enemies while this divine tech system lets you level up and choose new abilities as you go. So you're getting random power-ups that stack on top of each other. The whole gear system is pretty deep so far. You find weapons, armor, helmets, grenades and other stuff both during runs and between them. Everything has different rarity levels from common up to mythic, and the better stuff has strong effects. Some stuff can give you chain lightning on hits, others can freeze enemies when you reload, that kind of thing. Between runs, you spend the currency you earned to buy new gear from a shop, which you can then use in your next attempt. So you're slowly building up your arsenal over time. During runs, the divine tech system is where most of the action happens. Every time you level up, you pick from random upgrades. Some are passive like more damage or movement speed. Others are active abilities you trigger with specific buttons. To give a few examples, you can get things like laser drones, rocket salvos, ice shards that shoot out, or abilities that summon lightning bolts. The game lets you ban certain upgrades you don't want and reroll options, so you can try to steer your build in a specific direction. You can focus on different elemental themes like fire, ice or lightning, and stack these effects that work together. When you do get a good combo going, it feels pretty satisfying, watching everything freeze and shatter or seeing fire spread through groups of enemies. The combat itself has auto-aim and auto-fire options, which honestly feels necessary since you're dealing with huge numbers of enemies. You've got a dash move that you can upgrade to do damage or leave fire trails. Something that kills the otherwise pretty decent combat in my opinion is the painfully slow movement of our character. Our dashing ability is heavily restricted, and the enemies, even the big ones, tend to move incredibly fast. If you take a look at this boss for example, I'm a fairly experienced Souls-like player, but I don't know how the game expects me to evade these attacks, with absolutely no movement or sprinting options. So I'd say at the very least give us a sprinting ability, because as it is, this feels way too sluggish. The game takes place across different maps like Swamp, Desert and Frost Fields with increasing difficulty levels. Each run ends with a boss fight of course. One thing that's kind of annoying is that sometimes you level up and the game shows you upgrade options, but they're all empty because you have already maxed out or banned everything in that category. That essentially means you have to burn rerolls to get past those dead choices. And also finding gear on the ground during runs can be frustrating, since the minimap itself doesn't show item locations. You just have to spot them visually while everything's going crazy around you. There are also these random events like a sword and a stone that give you a 50-50 gamble. So if you succeed, you get a big damage boost, and if you fail you lose half your health. This is the kind of risk-reward decision that can actually make or break a run. Now the game's meta progression works through contribution points that you earn even when you die. These then go into a permanent talent tree that makes you stronger. The game is gonna be in early access right now, with 5 characters and several maps available, with plans to add more of everything before the full release. And that sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.